Every morning you wake up, there's a voice inside you, a voice that either drives you or destroys you. It's the voice that says, maybe you're not enough, or maybe it's not your time. But deep down, there's another voice, a quieter one, stronger, sharper, whispering, you were built for more. And that's the voice you've been ignoring. The one that doesn't beg for comfort, doesn't chase validation, doesn't make excuses. That voice represents the part of you that's starving to prove itself, the part of you that refuses to lose, the part of you that's tired of living beneath your potential. You gotta understand something. Life doesn't hand success to those who wait. It rewards those who outwork, outlast, and outbelieve. You can't talk your way to greatness. You gotta grind for it. You gotta bleed for it. Every single dream you want demands a price, and the currency is your effort. People love to say, I want to win. But the truth is, most don't want to do what winning requires. Because winning demands obsession. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you get up when you're tired, push when you're broken, and believe when no one else does. That's the mindset that separates the average from the unstoppable. Look around you. Everybody's talking, everybody's posting, everybody's pretending to want it. But very few are actually doing the work. The world is full of people who sound hungry but live comfortable. Don't be one of them. Don't let your dreams die in your mouth because you never had the discipline to bring them to life. There's no secret. There's no shortcut. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is how hard you're willing to work when nobody's watching. When your friends are sleeping, when the world is distracted, that's your time to rise. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year. Because the truth is, you don't have forever. Every second you waste scrolling, doubting, or hesitating is a second you'll never get back. You can talk about what you want, or you can start chasing it with everything you've got. You can keep pretending like you have time, or you can wake up and realize that every day is borrowed. The question is, what are you doing with it? Are you feeding your fire, or are you letting it die out in the ashes of excuses? You've got something powerful inside you, a hunger, a spark, a drive that's been buried under fear and distraction. It's time to bring it back. It's time to lock in, to focus, to grind until your results speak so loudly that nobody can ignore you. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more wishing. From this moment on, it's you versus your excuses, and only one can win. So who's it going to be? Every single person alive knows what it feels like to be doubted. It's that voice inside your head that whispers when the world goes quiet. The one that tells you you're not ready, not enough, not worthy. It's that sinking feeling you get when someone looks at you with that expression that says, you? Really? And for most people, that's where the story ends. They take that doubt, they swallow it, and it becomes poison. It kills their confidence, it paralyzes their ambition, and it convinces them to settle for less than what they're capable of. But for the rare few, the ones who rise above, the ones who become great, doubt doesn't kill them, it feeds them. It becomes the gasoline that fuels their fire. They don't let doubt define their limits, they use it to destroy them. Because they understand something that most never will. Doubt only has power if you stop moving. When someone says you can't do it, you got two choices. You can agree with them and quit, or you can look them dead in the eyes and say, oh, watch me. That's the moment that separates the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the executors, the average from the extraordinary. It's your enemy. It's your opportunity. It's life's way of testing how badly you actually want what you say you want. You can't call yourself hungry and still let a few words shake your belief. You can't say you want success and then crumble every time someone questions your word. If you want to prove the world wrong, you first have to prove yourself right. And the only way to do that is by showing up day after day, no matter how heavy the doubt feels on your shoulders. The truth is, nobody owes you belief. Nobody's going to hand you confidence wrapped in validation. You have to earn it through the grind, through the hours, through every drop of sweat you shed when no one's watching. When people doubt you, it's not your job to convince them with words. It's your mission to crush them with results. Let the disbelief become your drive. Every time someone says, you can't, hear it as, keep going. Every time someone doubts you, let that doubt echo in your chest until it becomes the rhythm you move to. Let it fuel you when the fire starts to fade. See, there's something powerful that happens when you stop running from doubt and start embracing it. you begin to realize that doubt is proof that you're chasing something bigger than your comfort zone. If you never feel unsure, you're not pushing hard enough. Doubt is the friction of growth. It's a sign that you're stepping into a version of yourself that your old self doesn't recognize yet. So instead of fearing it, use it. Turn that discomfort into focus. Let the pain of doubt sharpen your edge. Because the moment you stop seeing doubt as a curse and start treating it as a challenge, you'll transform your mindset from victim to warrior. The truth is, doubt isn't the problem. Comfort is. Too many people let doubt sit in their minds rent-free because they never put in the work to evict it. They feed it with laziness, with excuses, with procrastination. They let it grow because they're not giving themselves evidence that they can rise above it. That's why you have to let doubt fuel you. Every time you work while others rest, every time you push past your limits, every time you keep going after failure, you're building proof that the doubt was wrong. And when you build enough proof, you don't need anyone to tell you that you can do it. You'll know it in your bones. You have to make a decision that you will never let doubt break your momentum again. That when that voice whispers, you can't, you'll smile and whisper back, watch me. Because doubt has no power over a person who has already decided. Once you make up your mind that you're going to do whatever it takes, the noise loses its control. People can doubt you all they want, but they can't stop you from working. They can question your ability, but they can't stop your grind. They can underestimate you, but they can't predict your hunger. That's the advantage you have. They don't know how far you're willing to go. They don't know how much pain you can take. They don't know how deep your fire burns. So show them. Show them through your persistence, through your effort, through your refusal to quit. Understand this. Your greatest victories will come after your greatest doubts. You'll be tested at your lowest. You'll question everything, your strength, your vision, your worth. And that's when most people give in. But not you. You're going to use that moment to rise. Because it's in the moments of uncertainty where true strength is born. Every time you push through self-doubt, you're teaching yourself that your belief doesn't depend on external validation. You're teaching yourself that you can stand tall, even when nobody claps for you. That's the mindset of a champion. They don't wait for belief. They create it. When life knocks you down and whispers, you're done. Get up and whisper back, or not even close. When your own mind tries to convince you that it's too late, too hard, too far, remind yourself of every time you survived before. Doubt thrives on your forgetfulness. It feeds on the times you forget how far you've already come. So remind yourself, remember the nights you didn't quit. Remember the battles you fought in silence. Remember how many times you've already proven doubt wrong. Because that's the truth. You've done it before, and you'll do it again. You can't run from doubt. It's always going to be there, waiting at the edge of every dream, trying to pull you back into comfort. But if you're going to live an uncommon life, you can't be controlled by common fear. You have to make doubt your ally, your motivator, your silent rival. Every time it shows up, let it push you harder. Let it remind you that you still have work to do. Let it keep your fire alive. Because as long as you're hungry enough, no doubt can stop you. When people talk about legends, they never talk about how easy it was. They talk about how hard it was and how they refused to fold. Every great story was written with doubt in the background. Every single one. But those who made it didn't waste time arguing with doubt. They outworked it. They put their head down, stayed consistent, and turned uncertainty into evidence. That's how you silence the noise. Not by shouting back, but by letting your results speak so loudly that doubt has no place left to stand. So when that voice starts creeping in again, when you feel that heaviness pressing down on your spirit, don't break, smile. Because that means you're close. That means you're growing. That means you're walking a path most people don't have the courage to walk. And the only way you make it to the other side is by continuing to move forward. Doubt is not your enemy. It's your reminder that you're still in the fight. So outwork it, outlast it, outshine it. Let your grind be so relentless that one day even doubt will have to say, I was wrong about you. Doubt is the voice that whispers when your energy fades, when your plan hits a wall, when the world feels like it's moving faster than your progress. Tells you you're not enough, not talented enough, not chosen, not ready. It doesn't need proof to speak. It just needs your silence to grow. But here's what most people never learn. Doubt loses power the second you step into motion. You can't think your way out of it. You can't wish it away. You have to work through it. Every rep, every hour, every night you stay up chasing what you believe in while others sleep. That's you punching back at doubt. It's not a battle of words. It's a battle of action. Doubt screams in stillness, but it suffocates in movement. When you're building something great, doubt is inevitable. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're pushing limits. No one doubts someone who's standing still. Doubt only shows up when you're on the edge of something real, something that scares you because it matters. The people who win are not the ones who never doubt. They're the ones who never stop working while doubt tries to slow them down. Think about it. Every champion you admire, every story that inspired you began with uncertainty. The greats didn't start confident. They started with questions, with fear, with pain, but they moved anyway. They worked through the noise, through the doubt, through the opinions, until their results spoke louder than every voice that once tried to break them. You gotta stop waiting for confidence to show up before you move. You earn confidence through consistency. You build belief through proof. Every day you show up, even when your mind tells you it's not worth it, you build a new layer of armor against doubt. You start to understand that discipline isn't about feeling ready. It's about doing what must be done regardless of how you feel. Because let's be honest, some days you'll wake up drained, frustrated, confused. You'll question if the grind is even working. That's where most people quit. They let the fog of doubt blur their vision, but you have to push through that fog. You have to be willing to show the world that your effort is louder than your excuses, that your drive is stronger than your fear. Outworking doubt isn't about one grand moment of victory. It's about the tiny, unseen moments where you choose not to quit. When you drag yourself out of bed at 5 a.m., when you study after everyone's going home, when you hit the gym after a 12-hour shift, that's the battlefield. Those are the moments that make or break you. You won't always feel like it, but that's where the transformation happens. That's where your character is tested. Doubt feeds on weakness, but it starves when it meets persistence. Every drop of sweat, every late night, every failure followed by another attempt. That's you rewriting the story that doubt tries to tell about you. And here's the truth. People don't lose to doubt because they're not capable. They lose because they stop too soon. They give up before their breakthrough. You've got to understand, progress is invisible until it's undeniable. You might not see the change day to day, but one morning you'll wake up and realize you become the person you used to look up to. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent, it's stamina. The winners just refuse to stop working, no matter how loud the doubt became. When you outwork doubt, you're not just silencing that voice, you're transforming it. Eventually, the same doubt that used to paralyze you becomes fuel. It becomes proof that you're growing, that you're walking a path most people are too afraid to take. You stop fearing doubt and start respecting it. You start saying, if I'm feeling this, it means I'm in the right place. Because the presence of doubt means you're evolving. It means you're stepping outside your comfort zone. You're doing something that matters enough to scare you. The grind isn't just about getting results. It's about building the kind of mindset that refuses to be broken. You have to grind until the voice in your head that used to question you now starts cheering for you. You have to keep moving until your habits become stronger than your hesitation. You have to outwork your old identity until it can no longer survive in the life you're building. This is where most people miss it. They think success is about inspiration. It's not. It's about repetition. It's about showing up again and again, especially when the excitement dies. Because when the hype fades and the crowd disappears, all that's left is your work ethic. That's the only thing you can control. You can't control how fast it happens. You can't control who supports you, but you can control your grind. You can control your effort. And that's enough to destroy doubt piece by piece. Every time you take a step forward despite uncertainty, you weaken the grip of fear. Every time you choose effort over excuses, you reclaim your power. You might not realize it now, but the days that hurt the most are the ones building the strongest version of you. The grind isn't supposed to feel good. It's supposed to make you great. When you start embracing that pain, when you start understanding that every ounce of effort is a brick in the foundation of your future, you become unstoppable. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for the fear to fade. Move anyway, work anyway, Work anyway. Grind until the doubt that used to break you now bows to the strength you built through action. Because the truth is simple. The only way to outthink doubt is to outwork it. The only way to silence fear is to do what fear told you you couldn't. Every time you show up, every time you push through, every time you refuse to quit, you're proving that doubt never had power over you. Every time you push through the temptation to rest, to delay, to give up, you're proving to yourself that your dreams are stronger than your comfort. You're proving that you'd rather suffer for growth than settle for mediocrity. The results you want are waiting for you on the other side of all your reasons why not. But you'll never reach them if you keep protecting your excuses instead of killing them. You have to wake up and decide that enough is enough, that you're done explaining, done waiting, done apologizing for not being where you want to be. The only apology you need to make is to yourself. For every day you let excuses win. And then you make it right, not with words, but with action. You have to become obsessed with execution. Stop talking about potential and start cashing in on it. Every single day you should wake up and think, what can I do today to get closer? Not what you'll do when things are perfect. Not when motivation returns, but today. Because your results are the proof of your priorities. You can't say you want to be great and then treat your goals like an option. You can't say you want freedom and then stay a prisoner to procrastination. You can't say you want to win and then keep living like losing doesn't cost you anything. This is the truth that hurts most people. Your excuses don't pay you, they rob you. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you're delaying your victory. Every time you choose an excuse, you're choosing the version of yourself that loses. You have to start treating every decision like it matters, because it does. You have to start demanding results from yourself the same way you expect them from others. The world doesn't owe you recognition, success, or respect. You earn all of that through results. You prove yourself through action. When you live this way, something incredible happens. Your confidence shifts. You stop needing validation. You stop looking for motivation. You stop caring about what people say, because now your results do the talking. You walk differently when you've earned your respect through effort. You move with quiet power when your results are undeniable. People can doubt your words, but they can't argue with your consistency. They can't argue with your performance. That's why the grind matters. That's why execution matters, because talk fades, but results last. So if you want to silence every doubt, every hater, every part of yourself that still questions if you're capable, stop arguing and start proving. Stop explaining your pain and start transforming it. Let your results speak. Let your work be your defense. Let your progress be your answer. Every day you show up, you're building evidence that you were meant for this. Every time you push through, you're writing a story that no one can take from you. The world may doubt your words, but they can never doubt your results. And that's what it means to truly outwork every doubt. Not to talk louder, but to perform louder. To grind so relentlessly that your success echoes louder than your excuses ever did. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one truth. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do the push-ups for you. Nobody's going to grind for your dream, fight your battles, or silence your doubts. It's you versus you. And if you want to win, you've got to outwork every voice in your head that tells you you can't. You've got to outwork every excuse you've ever believed. You've got to outwork every doubt that ever tried to bury you, because this isn't about talking. It's about proving. It's about waking up every single day and putting in the kind of work that makes your future undeniable. You can't fake it. You're undeniable. You can't fake consistency. You can't fake hunger. You either want it bad enough to grind for it, so stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for the motivation. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to look in the mirror and say, I owe it to myself to see what I can become. Because that's the real challenge. Not beating the competition, but beating your excuses. You've already wasted enough time explaining why you're not where you want to be. Now it's time to show the world what happens when you finally decide to go all in. Every single day is a new opportunity to outwork your past, to outshine your fears, to outgrow your limits. You've got to show up for your dream like it's the only thing that matters, because it is. And when it gets hard, and it will, that's when you dig deeper. That's when you remember that the grind is not your punishment, it's your path. Every rep, every late night, every failure, that's your foundation. That's how you build a mind that refuses to quit. That's how you build a story worth telling. You can't cheat the grind. It knows how much effort you've given, and it rewards those who never stop. Your dream isn't waiting for you to talk about it. It's waiting for you to show up and earn it. So when you leave this message, don't just feel motivated. Move differently. Work like you've already been told to know. Train like you got something to prove. Grind like the world is betting against you and you're the only one who believes. Because in the end, that's what separates those who dream from those who do. The ones who win are the ones who never stop pushing. The ones who keep fighting long after the feeling's gone. The ones who turn pain into power and doubt into fuel. That's who you were built to be. So go out there, outwork every excuse, every fear, every limitation, and show the world what unstoppable looks like.